As an instructor, you must remember the role and the goal. The goal is more important than the role. If you place most of your importance on being an instructor as opposed to teaching the student will lose out. And as an instructor, you'll bring your level down. If you focus more on the goal, the student is the goal. The student's progress is the goal. If you focus on that, you will always be a better teacher, a better instructor. Do not get lost or caught up in rank. Rank is nice, rank is okay, but it's insignificant compared to the importance of the goal. Every student must make progress. If the student is not making progress, then it is the teacher that is at fault. You must always find some way of allowing and assisting this student to make progress. And by the way, progress is not just physical technique. Progress is also in their self-confidence, in their belief in themselves, in their self-esteem, in their self-image. Because making progress physically is meaningless if they're confused, if they can't remember what they're doing. Making physical progress is meaningless if in their heart and soul they don't feel confident. They still feel intimidated. It's meaningless if the image in their mind is they're not good enough. If the sentence here saying, this is so hard for me, I can't get this. And then what's in here affects here, their heart and soul, and then they feel sometimes worthless, sometimes devalued, sometimes that is hopeless. Yes. And by the way, the number one reason people come to martial arts because they have hope, desire. And they're like, maybe I can do this. Maybe I can make this happen. Maybe this would be really good for me. And the number one reason students quit because of the instructors. Yes. Because of how the instructors ran their class. Because of how the instructors taught them. Because of how the instructors didn't pay them any attention. Because of how the instructors never used their name. Because of the instructors never seemed to show that they cared. Because the instructors were more worried about how they looked in the mirror than how the student was doing. That's just a few examples, by the way. There are many more examples. So, we want to help the student to succeed. We want to help the student to grow. We want the student to make progress. And by the way, for the student, progress equals happiness. When people are happy with what they're getting, they want more. And they keep coming. When they're happy with what they're getting, then they're willing to work a little harder to get a lot more. As a teacher and instructor, it is your role as an instructor to have the student make progress. It is your role to teach them that progress is possible. So to do that, you have to hit them on all fronts. It's not just physical, it's not just mental. It's also emotional and spiritual. It's either all four, or you're a low-level teacher or low-level instructor, regardless of your rank. So remember what I said. Remember this. Rank is nice, but it's not what cuts it. Anybody can buy a black belt. Anybody can put 12 stripes on their black belt. Anybody can print any kind of certificate. Okay, anybody can start a martial arts club anywhere. But not just anybody can teach. If they don't have this kind of understanding, as an instructor, as a teacher, they're worthless and often dangerous. I myself, let's see, 2 separate 8th degrees in Taekwondo, 2 separate 8th degrees. 2 separate 8th degrees, 2 separate Hapkido federations. The 8th degree of VSK Jujitsu, Soke Little John. That's already 40 degrees. And I'm not counting people like Grandmaster Lid, okay, who's been working with me and teaching me for a while, almost 30 years. Not even counting that. And why? Because all that's meaningless if I can't deliver. All that is empty and meaningless, right? If I can't help this student who's a white belt get to yellow belt. If I can't help the yellow belt get to orange belt. If I can't help the person that came in here with low self-esteem to feel a little bit more confident. If I can't help the kid that has posture like this to stand like that. It's meaningless. What gives all that rank meaning? What you produce. How do you judge a good teacher? By their students. Nothing else makes any real difference. You can't judge them by how nice their facility is. You can't judge them by how nice their curriculum is. You can't judge them by how long they've been teaching. You cannot judge them by how much rank they have or how many awards they have. I mean, many people do. They make that mistake. You can't judge them by how much money they have to pay for ads, slick ads and nice websites. No. The only true way to judge is look at what they produce. Look how much they care. Because normally how much they care, how much they produce, go hand in hand. So, going forward, if you want to be a good instructor, if you want to work your way up to being an excellent instructor, and then go even further to being an extraordinary instructor, extraordinary teacher, remember what's really important and what's not. Remember, mind, body, soul, and spirit, all combined, the right way of teaching. It's the true way of teaching. It's the highest way of teaching.